is Reza Pahlavi all about the Shahs of Iran and what led to their ouster? Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of Iran's last Shah, toppled in the 1979 Islamic Revolution, reiterated his call for a regime change in Tehran, adding that the Islamic Republic is collapsing and that the time has come for the Iranian people to reclaim Iran. Pahlavi, in a post on X, said Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khomeini had gone into hiding underground and lost control of the country, describing the moment as irreversible. The end of the Islamic Republic is the end of its 46-year war against the Iranian nation, he wrote, adding, now is the time to rise. Iran, historically known as Persia, was ruled by monarchs known as Shahs, culminating in the 20th century with the Pahlavi dynasty. These rulers shaped Iran's infrastructure, politics, and international relations, until their reign ended with the 1979 Islamic Revolution. While monarchy once defined Iran's national identity, today the country is a theocratic republic deeply at odds with the West and locked in a conflict with Israel. Amid the Israel-Iran conflict, Reza Pahlavi, the son of Mohammad Reza Shah, has constantly called for a change in regime in Tehran. At the Israeli-American Council Summit in September 2024, he said, "We have to put an end to this regime. Iranians who stand in solidarity with the free world, with the Israelis, are the answer, not this regime." Earlier this month, Pahlavi had blamed Khomeini for having dragged Iran into a war with Israel and described the government in Tehran as weak and divided. "It could fall. As I have told my compatriots, Iran is yours and yours to reclaim. I am with you. Stay strong and we will win," he had said in a statement. "I have told the military, police, and security forces break from the regime. Honor the oath of any honorable serviceman. Join the people," Pahlavi had said. Nanan, the Qajar dynasty, which ruled Iran from 1794 to 1925, was marked by internal instability, foreign interference, and gradual territorial losses. Founded by Aga Muhammad Khan Qajar, the dynasty centralized power but struggled to modernize the country. Throughout the 19th century, Iran lost significant lands in the Caucasus to Russia and came under growing influence from Britain and other European powers. Corruption, weak governance, and economic mismanagement weakened the monarchy. In the early 20th century, growing demands for reform led to the constitutional revolution of 1906, which introduced a parliament and limited royal authority. However, the Qajar rulers remained largely ineffective. The final blow came when Reza Khan, a military officer, staged a coup and was later crowned as Reza Shah Pahlavi in 1925, formally ending the Qajar dynasty and establishing the Pahlavi monarchy. Nanan, the last ruling family of Iran, the Pahlavis, came to power in 1925 when Reza Shah Pahlavi, a former military officer, overthrew the Qajar dynasty. Reza Shah initiated sweeping modernization efforts, building roads, schools, and a centralized military. But his authoritarian rule and alignment with Nazi Germany led to his forced abdication in 1941 by Allied powers during World War II. He was succeeded by his son, Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, who ruled from 1941 to 1979. Known for his prowess-turn stance and oil partnerships with the United States and Britain, the younger Shah introduced the White Revolution, which included land reforms and women's rights. While this won him praise in the West, at home, critics saw it as aggressive westernization and a threat to Islamic and traditional values. Nanan, mounting discontent over political repression, economic inequality, and close ties with the West, particularly the U.S., sparked mass protests in the late 1970s. The Shah's secret police Savak had brutally suppressed dissent for years, breeding deep resentment. In 1979, following months of unrest and public demonstrations, the Shah fled Iran. Soon after, Ayatollah Khomeini returned from exile and established the Islamic Republic. Mohammad Reza Shah died in exile in Egypt in 1980. His son, Reza Pahlavi, has since become a leading opposition voice advocating for secular democracy, not monarchy. Nanan, Reza Pahlavi now lives in the US and, while not seeking to reclaim the throne, plays a symbolic role among exiled Iranians. He has called for international support for regime change through peaceful transition and is seen by some as a potential transitional leader if the Islamic Republic collapses. Nanan Reza Pahlavi is the exiled crown prince of Iran and the eldest son of the last Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, who was overthrown during the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Born in 1960, Pahlavi has lived in exile primarily in the United States, where he has positioned himself as a vocal opponent of the current Islamic Republic. Although he holds no formal political power in Iran, he commands a symbolic following among segments of the Iranian diaspora and some reform-minded Iranians. Reza Pahlavi advocates for a secular, democratic Iran and has recently intensified his international outreach, calling for global support for Iranian protesters and a peaceful transition from the current theocracy. Swipe left for next video. Nanan the Shahs maintained formal diplomatic ties with Israel until 1979, contrasting sharply with the Islamic Republic's current policy of hostility. This historical relationship is often invoked in regional discourse. As Iran and Israel edge closer to direct conflict in 2025, some Iranians reflect on the Shah's era as a time of relative peace and global integration despite its flaws. Latest blogs.